nothing could beat being in the Stadio Olimpico as Liverpool secured their place in the Champions League final, but being at Anfield ran it pretty close. The Echo joined 8,000 Reds fans on the KOP for the club's sold-out screening of the semi-final second leg versus Roma. And what a brilliant night it turned out to be. At a tenner a ticket for adults, and a fiver for kids, the atmosphere was electric from the moment the first supporters flooded through the gates at 6:15 p.m. It was a real night for families, and some of the fans the Echo spoke to after the event, which was held in association with BT Sport, for a special Anfield podcast, were bringing their children to the ground for the first time. Safe to say they will be back, either for a real game, or if the club decide to hold a similar screening event for the final with Real Madrid on May 26th. With supporters allowed to bring food and drink, beer included, bought on the concourse to their seats, the KOP was in full voice long before kickoff. But once the action got underway, all eyes were on the three giant screens set up on the edge of the pitch. There were screams of delight as Jurgen Klopp's side went 1-0 and then 2-1 up to all but seal their spot in the final. And, while the match may have been taking place more than 1,000 miles away in Rome, that did not stop the supporters from trying to lift their side during a nervy second half. Allez, allez, allez was the soundtrack, as it has been throughout the Reds' remarkable run to the Kiev showpiece on May 26. But the most spine-tingling moment came when the KOP broke into "You'll Never Walk Alone" as a banner honoring the memory of a Liverpool supporter, the late John Atzo Party, was paraded in front of the stand. John had attended every European Cup final the club had played in. Scenes of absolute jubilation accompanied the final whistle, and those scenes spilled out onto streets outside Anfield as Reds supporters, arm in arm, celebrated the club's first Champions League final since 2007. Liverpool will no doubt be back tremendously in Kiev. But they will jet out to the Ukraine knowing that the level of support will be just as strong back at the club's spiritual home. This special Anfield podcast recorded at Anfield on Wednesday night can be listened to in full on the LFC Echo app. The app is free to download and is available for Apple devices here and Android devices here. Once you have downloaded the app, tap on the Anfield section to listen to our new podcasts, as well as firm favorites Blood Red, Poetry in Motion and Les Rouges.